Welcome to the Diligent Minds Podcast. I'm your host, Dorian Jones. I make personal development easy so that you can achieve your goals, do all the things you put your mind to, give you motivation, and so much more. It's time for you to step up, do the work, and become the best version of yourself. Let's go ahead, dive right into the show. Community, happy Monday to you if you're listening to this when it comes out. I'd like to welcome you all, old and new, to another episode of the Diligent Minds Podcast. Today, we're talking about your support system and why it's so important and what makes up a strong support system in your friends, the circle around you, all that stuff. We're going to talk about that in today's episode. But before we get into that, I want to tell you, check out all the links down below, inquire about the coaching program, hit me up on IG, say hello, introduce yourself. And please don't forget to leave a rating and review if you're listening to this on Apple Podcasts. I truly appreciate it. And if you're watching me on YouTube, what's up? You see my video, you see me right here smiling, and I'm looking at you because I believe in you, and I want to say thank you so much. And if you're new on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe there as well. And if you want to check out the visuals, the YouTube version will be available on Thursday of this week. Hit the link down below to go ahead and subscribe to YouTube and turn on those notifications so that you don't miss it. I have some more great news to announce. I do have merch on the way right now. I've been working on it. I finally found a good way to do it so I don't have to hold a bunch of inventory. And now I'm just checking out the quality of it, and then it will be ready. So it should be ready by next week if everything goes smoothly. I'm pretty sure it'll be ready before next week's episode. So if you want to find out before or ahead of time, make sure that you follow me on IG because I will have it available there before I release my next episode. And I'm excited about that. I'm excited to have this merch. I've been working on it for a while. I've been saying I was gonna have it out, and it took too long. But now we getting close to the finish line, and I'm excited for that. And I'm gonna add more things down the line as I see that things make sense and how things are looking as far as quality. Enough of today's announcements. Let's go ahead and dive into today's episode. When we think about our support system, that's the people that we have around us, the people that are holding us up during our lowest moments. That's most of the time when we think about our support system. When we think about our support system, they are there for us during our low moments, and they're there for us during our high moments. Because most of the time when we think about our support system, we always think about our low moments, like I don't have anybody to lean on, or I do have people to lean on, and what people are around me. But we got to think about it as a 360. It's not just during our low moments, but what about our high moments? Are those people that's there at our high moments still there with us during our lowest moments? And we're going to dive into all of that right now. Having a good support system, they'll lift you up during your lowest moments. When you feel like you at your bottom point, they will always be there. They'll be there to talk you up. They'll be there to put more power into you. They'll be there through all phases of your life. All things that you're going through, whether it be a relationship, whether it be friendships, whether it be jobs, careers, whatever it is, they will be there for you. The good, the bad, the ugly, they will not judge you. They'll be there through it all. They'll be your extra eyes and have your best interests at heart. It's super important to pay attention to the company that you keep. Even when you're doing good, pay attention to those who are trying to benefit off of you. Who are only there when things are good? Who are only there for the celebrations? Who's not there for the up climb, for the incline when you're going through all the rough times, when you're there with the mental battles, when you're battling with yourself, when you're dealing with outside sources? Who's there during those times, not just the high points when you make it to your destination? When you're down, that's when I want you to pay attention to those who are around you. Most of us know who our real friends are, and if you have a good support system, when those same ones who are around you and calling when everything is good, are they calling when things aren't so great? Are they just calling to check on you just because it's a Wednesday afternoon? Are they just saying, hey, I'm just checking on you, make sure you're good? Are these people doing those things? Pay attention to the people who are calling you, checking on you, texting you, just making sure that your well-being is good, even if it's nothing for them to gain from it, even if it's nothing for them to broadcast. They just checking on you because you're a good person, because they're a good friend and you're a good friend to them. And we all have buckets of friends. We all have buckets of friends where we have those that are close to us, those that are like, sometimes they come around, sometimes they don't, but you keep communication. Then you got ones that are distant friends, and there's no right or wrong way. Not one is better than the other or anything like that. Everybody has its own purpose. Everybody has a place in your life. And you know who fall in each category. You know what bucket everyone falls into. And either bucket, it can fluctuate at times. Some people that are close maybe become distant at some points of your life or some points of your journey. depending on where you are and if you're chasing the same things, or maybe you're not aligned with each other at the moment, but then you come back together. That's perfectly fine too. Don't feel like everyone who's distant may always remain distant. Maybe something brings you much closer down the line. And when you have a good support system, you can be very vulnerable with them. You can be open with them. You can be honest with them and talk about things that you wouldn't talk to others about, like you wouldn't even think about telling other people. But your support system, the people that are good for you, they're gonna always be there, and they're gonna make you feel comfortable. You'll be like, I can be vulnerable with them. I can share things with them, and I feel like it won't go anywhere beyond us. And they know some of your darkest secrets because you share so many different things with them because you had to get it out. You felt like they relate to you, or they understood you, or maybe you even know that they went through something similar before. It'd be different moments and different things that bring you closer to them. Maybe you're vulnerable with them in one situation, but then the next situation you may not be as vulnerable with them because you feel like, okay, they not the right person to share this with. You got different people for different things, and you know who you can share these things with. Not just a good support system, but a good friend will hold you accountable. They will hold you accountable and let you know when you're doing something wrong, when you need to tighten up on your stuff. They won't be on your side in every single situation. They won't tell you something just because it's the right thing you want to hear, or they think, oh, let me tell them this because it'll make them happy. No, let me be real with them. Let me be honest with them and tell them what they need to hear. Because if I tell them, hey, that's good, and it's not so good, then what are they around you for? They gonna let you go outside looking crazy. They gonna let you go outside looking a mess. But no, they gonna hold you accountable. Like, look, you know what? You can't be out here doing that. You can't be out here looking like that. You gotta change yourself. You have to check yourself. They will hold you accountable no matter what you dealing with in life. They're not about to let you sit there and be in your head and think that everything is cool. And we can be stubborn at times. Us as humans, we can be stubborn, stuck in our ways, all of these things, and want to do things our way just because we want to, or we're in our emotions about it. But we may be self-sabotaging ourselves at the same time. But these people that surround us, these strong people that we have that care about us, that accountability I'm talking about, they won't allow that to happen. They're going to let you know no matter what, no matter how you feel, no matter what they think you may say, how offended you may be, they're going to give you the real, because they know the moment y'all finish that conversation, you're going to sit there and think like, you know what, maybe they're right. Maybe I am doing something wrong. Maybe I do need to check myself. They will hold you accountable no matter what. They're not scared of you. They're not scared of your attitude. They're not scared of the backlash that they're going to get. They're like, hey, it is what it is. You're going to be mad at me, but I know that it's going to help you in the long run, and you will understand and see why I told you this. Because someone who's around you that's not holding you accountable yourself, they're going to sit on the sideline and let you do whatever you're going to do, and they're going to talk about you behind your back. They're going to be like, oh, look at what they doing. They're going to tell your business to everybody. But somebody who's strong, somebody who you can trust, they're going to let you know, like, nah, we can't do that. We're not about to let you do that to yourself. We're not going to let you self-sabotage yourself. And you can't always rely on them to hold you accountable. You must also hold yourself accountable and do the same in return for them. So just because they've given you that type of accountability, you must do the same for them. So it's a give and take situation. It's a give and take relationship. It's not just they give to you, they hold you accountable, they make sure you good. No, I'm pretty sure you have the same understanding where you coming from a good place, they coming from a good place anytime anything is said to one another. And this is one of my favorite ones, trust and loyalty. This is a group of people that you can trust. When you think about your support system, when you think about all your good friends, your close friends, these are people that you trust. You don't question their motives. You know that they not about to flip on you. They've already proven themselves. They've proven themselves through different situations, even things that you didn't know about, but they were solid. They held it down for you. So you know that these people are trustworthy. You know that they're loyal to you. You know that they have your best interests at heart. And trust is a huge component in knowing that you have a strong support system. You can't have a strong support system with no trust. If you had the slightest hint of distrust from anyone, be careful. If you feel that you can't trust someone, why would you let them too close to you? Why would you let them get so close when you feel like, I don't really trust them. Their character is a little suspicious to me. I'm picking something up. Why would you continue to trust that? Don't allow them to come around and then talk behind their back to others. Don't allow yourself to let them get into your inner circle, but then you have to go and talk to your other friends about them. No, don't let that continue to happen. Distance yourself immediately. Loyalty is key in any relationship or friendship. You don't want anyone close to you to be close to someone who doesn't care for you, or you don't care for them. It's like they're playing both sides of the road. This will interfere with your with your trust for them in some type of way. Eventually, possibly. It depends on the situations, but overall, we're just speaking in general terms right now. You wouldn't know which side that they're on. There are some situations where someone can be neutral, and I understand that. I'm pretty sure you can dissect those different situations. Pay attention to someone if they're neutral or they're playing both sides. Just be mindful of that, but also remember that loyalty and trust comes in different shades, if that makes sense. So you may have some people that you trust a lot, then some people that you trust for only certain things, and then some people that are loyal to you to a certain extent. So just be mindful of these things when you think about your relationships, when you think about those strong people around you. Find out where they stand within those parameters. One of the biggest things that anyone can do for you that's close to you, that's your support system, a friend, even a stranger, is not let you give up on yourself. We are always in our head. We're always dealing with something where we feel like we have failed, we have made a mistake, we should have done better, and we can get in our head and beat ourselves up about that. We all have moments where we question ourselves, no matter where we at in life, no matter if you're at your highest point, your lowest point, in between. You're going to have moments where you're questioning yourself in some type of fashion. And our decisions are where we're at in life. We're going to question all these types of things. It's just normal. It's just normal for humans. This is when that support system is most important. They won't let you give up or play victim. They won't allow you to sit there for too long. They will lift you up during these low moments. During these moments where you questioning yourself, you're not believing in yourself, you're not feeling like you're good enough, you're not feeling like you're worthy. No, they're going to lift you up and tell you like, nah, you're wrong, you're good, you got this. Look, you remember going through this, you remember going through that, you got through that. Now you're going to get through this. They will remind you of the power that you hold within, because life becomes challenging. And dealing with this alone can have you in your head more times than not. Having a good support system allows you to bounce your ideas and thoughts off others and see a different perspective than if you held it within. If you held it within yourself, you only seen it from your point of view. You only seen it from your experience. You never know. Maybe they dealt with something like that, and they can give you their perspective, their experience, how they dealt with it, or how someone they know dealt with it. Anything, just having more views, having more points of views will help you get out of your own head. And this is key for having those people that you trust, people that you love, people that are there for you and have your best interests at heart. Having a support system that see you at many different stages of your journey is a blessing. Not just people who've seen or judge you based on your best moments, based on when you have all your victories, based on when you have everything that you want, based on when you putting off the best version of yourself. What about the worst version of yourself? Who have seen those moments of you? All of these events make up who you are and help others understand you a little bit better. Just because someone meets you at your highest point or your lowest point, they're going to judge you based on that. They're not going to understand all aspects of you, all different waves that you've been through, all the different obstacles that you overcame to get up to where you are right now. They have a better understanding. So that's why it's so important, it's so key to have these people that's been around for a while. There's more to us as humans than what we see at the moment. These are events that shaped us into the people who we are today. Like the people that we are today, when you listening to this right now, the person that you are at this exact moment, there's events and different things that made you this person, things that made you change, things that made you shift, things that made you grow. And who are around you that's seen all of these different things? Who's around you that's seen you through all these different stages? Cherish those who have seen you at multiple stages and have never judged you. They never judge you based on the worst decision that you made, based on your lowest moments. They always been there to pull you up. They always been there to encourage you and push you. These people made sure that you continue during all the times you want to give up. So I want you to analyze and think about the people around you. Who's your support system, and who's been there the longest? Who's been there and you haven't had to question their loyalty? You haven't had to question like their interests or them having your best interests at heart. So I want you to think about that when you're thinking about your longevity. Who's been there and who you think is going to continue to be there and who's a little questionable. That wraps it up for today's episode. Don't forget to check out all the links down below. Hit that subscribe button if you're listening to this on Apple Podcasts or anywhere you find podcasts, and hit that subscribe button if you're watching this on YouTube, which is available on Thursday. If you're listening to this on audio, you want to see the visual, check it out on Thursday. Don't forget to inquire about the coaching program. Still have slots available for people. Go out there and enjoy your day. And remember, everybody has greatness within, even you.